Dude, you won't believe what just popped up on my phone this morning.
Oh yeah? What happened? Some crazy headline again?
Yeah, like totally shocking. There was this huge story about a local community coming together after a big storm. People helping strangers, pets rescued, the whole scene. Kind of like something out of a movie.
No way, that's awesome. Wait, where did this happen?
Just downtown, near the river. And the pictures, man. The sunlight hitting the wet streets, kids smiling while cleaning up. I swear it looked cinematic.
Dude, now I want to see this. But first, how do you even start talking about something like this in English?
Totally. That's why today's chat is perfect for us. Let's break it down using the 5 W's. You know, who, what, when, where, why. For real, once you get these, talking about any news is kind of easy.
Right, so first, who did what? Like in this story, who helped out?
Yeah, repeat after me. The community helped the victims of the storm.
The community helped the victims of the storm.
Awesome. Now, what happened? The storm caused some flooding and people rescued each other. Repeat. People rescued neighbors and pets during the flood.
People rescued neighbors and pets during the flood. Got it.
Perfect. Now, when did it happen? You could say, it happened yesterday morning.
It happened yesterday morning. Easy, right?
And where? Downtown by the river.
Downtown by the river. Man, repeating this makes me feel like a news reporter.
Exactly. And finally, why? Why did people act? Because they wanted to help their neighbors. Repeat. People helped because they wanted to support their neighbors.
People helped because they wanted to support their neighbors. Dude, this is actually fun.
For real. Okay, let's do a mini challenge. You answer this. Who helped during the flood?
The community helped, right?
Boom. Exactly. Now try, where did it happen?
Downtown by the river.
You're killing it. All right, let's make it a little more interactive. I'll tell a tiny extra story, and you try to summarize using 5 W's.
Sounds good.
So, after the storm, a little girl found a lost puppy stuck in the water. She carried it to safety, and everyone around cheered.
Okay. Who? The little girl. What? She rescued a puppy. When? After the storm. Where? Near the flooded streets. Why? Because she wanted to save the puppy.
Dude, that's legit perfect. See how easy it is? Playful tone. And that, my friend, is how you start talking about real news naturally in English.
Wow, for real, this makes me want to check the news every morning. It's kind of exciting when you know how to talk about it.
And here's a fun question for our listeners. Imagine a headline that would surprise you today. What would it be? Think about it and maybe share it in the comments.
Yeah, and while you do that, repeat some key phrases from today. Who did what? Where did it happen? Why did they act?
Exactly. Keep practicing these, and next time, talking about news in English will feel totally natural.
Dude, I can already see myself reporting mini stories to my friends now.
That's the spirit. And just wait, tomorrow we'll dive into some really surprising news stories that are kind of tricky to talk about, but totally fun to practice.
Can't wait, man. This is going to be awesome.
All right, let's keep our eyes on the headlines and keep practicing every day. You got this.
Totally. No worries. We're all learning together.
Exactly. All right, dude, let's grab some coffee and maybe peek at today's headlines again.
Yeah, let's do it.
So, dude, check this out. I saw another story while scrolling through my feed. It's about this guy who turned an empty lot into a community garden.
No way. That's awesome. Where did this happen?
Right here in the city. And get this, he started alone, but now neighbors, kids, even local shops are pitching in. Totally inspiring.
Wow, I get you. That's pretty cool. So how do you talk about something like that naturally in English?
Let's break it down with the 5 W's again. Repeat after me. A man transformed an empty lot into a community garden.
A man transformed an empty lot into a community garden. Got it.
Perfect. Now, what else happened? People planted vegetables, flowers, and even set up benches. Say it with me. People planted vegetables, flowers, and added benches to the garden.
People planted vegetables, flowers, and added benches to the garden. Easy.
And when? You could say, this started last month and is growing fast.
This started last month and is growing fast.
Exactly. Where? In the empty lot near Main Street.
In the empty lot near Main Street. Totally makes me want to go see it.
And why? Because he wanted to create a space where everyone feels welcome. Repeat, he wanted to create a space where everyone feels welcome.
He wanted to create a space where everyone feels welcome. Man, this is kind of heartwarming.
For real. Let's do a mini quiz. Who started the garden?
The man. The neighbor.
Exactly. Where did it happen?
The empty lot near Main Street.
Totally. And what did people do there?
Planted vegetables, flowers, and added benches.
Perfect. Now, let's add a tiny twist. The story says a local cafe is planning free gardening classes next week.
Oh, that's cool. So who's teaching the classes?
The cafe staff and some volunteers from the community garden.
And what? They're teaching gardening skills?
Yep, for free. When? Next Saturday. Where? At the community garden. Why? To help people enjoy gardening and meet neighbors.
Dude, this is like being a little news reporter.
Totally. And here's a challenge. Try summarizing the whole story in one sentence using the 5 W's.
A man transformed an empty lot into a community garden last month near Main Street. People planted vegetables, flowers, and added benches. And a local cafe will teach free gardening classes next Saturday to help the community.
Boom! Exactly. That's a legit summary.
Wow, I can see how practicing like this makes it super easy to talk about news in English.
For real. It's all about breaking it down naturally and having fun with it.
Yeah, and I love how these stories aren't just facts. They're kind of inspiring, too.
Totally. And for our listeners, think about a small news story in your town you could share using the 5 W's. Try writing it or telling a friend tomorrow.
Yeah, and make it cinematic in your mind. Picture it like a mini movie while you talk about it.
Exactly. Adds emotion and it makes your English sound natural.
Dude, next time I'm going to report a headline like this to my family.
And that's how talking about news can be both fun and practical.
Totally. It's like leveling up your English while keeping it real.
Yep, just keep practicing with everyday stories and soon it'll feel totally chill to talk about anything you read.
I get you. For real, this is awesome.
All right, let's check one more interesting story before we dive into something unexpected.
Whoa, wait, I just saw this crazy headline. A small town held a 24-hour reading marathon to break a world record.
No way. That's kind of wild. Where did it happen?
In Cedarville, of all places. And the best part? Kids, teens, even grandparents joined in. Totally heartwarming.
That's awesome. So who participated?
The whole community, man. Teachers, students, neighbors, everyone.
And what did they do?
They read books out loud, one after another, for 24 hours straight.
Wow, that's some serious dedication. When did this happen?
Last weekend.
And where exactly?
At the local library and community center.
Why did they do it?
To break a world record and promote reading and kind of bring the community together.
Perfect. Let's do a mini challenge. Summarize it in one sentence using the 5 W's.
Okay, the town of Cedarville held a 24-hour reading marathon last weekend at the library and community center with kids, teens, and grandparents participating to break a world record and promote reading.
Boom. Exactly, dude. That's legit fluent conversation material.
And it's fun because it's not just news, it's inspiring.
And now, let's try giving opinions. Repeat after me. I think this event is amazing because it brings people together.
I think this event is amazing because it brings people together.
Awesome. Another one. In my opinion, more towns should do something like this.
In my opinion, more towns should do something like this.
Perfect. Now let's add a curiosity question. Why do you think reading marathons make people feel connected?
Maybe because sharing stories and experiences makes everyone feel part of the same journey.
Exactly. Now, here's a little twist. One of the kids read a poem she wrote about her dog getting lost and found.
Whoa, that's emotional. So the poem was about what?
About her dog, yeah, and how the whole town helped her find it.
And when did that happen?
During the reading marathon, right in the middle of the night,
Where?
at the library's main hall,
Why?
to share her story and inspire others to never give up.
Man, this makes talking about news so much more interesting than just headlines.
Totally. Let's do a listening check. I'll ask, you answer. Who read the emotional poem?
The little girl.
And what was it about?
Her lost and found dog.
Where did she read it?
At the library's main hall.
Why did she read it?
To inspire others.
Exactly. And that's the cool thing. News isn't just facts. It's people, emotions, and stories you can connect with.
Yeah, and practicing this way, using the 5 W's, makes it totally natural to discuss anything you read.
Dude, imagine telling this story to your friends like a mini movie. You'd totally have their attention.
For real. I'm definitely doing that next time I see an interesting headline.
And here's a tiny micro challenge. Find a short news article today. Pick out the 5 W's and try giving your opinion about it.
Yeah, that's kind of fun, and it really helps you speak English naturally without memorizing boring phrases.
And the best part, you can share small, surprising, or emotional stories just like we did. Keeps the conversation lively and engaging.
And I love how this connects culture, real life, and English practice all together.
All right, now imagine an unexpected twist. Tomorrow's news might be something totally unpredictable, and you'll be ready to talk about it.
Can't wait, man. This is getting kind of exciting.
Dude, I just saw a headline that made me stop scrolling. A local high school built a tiny library in a bus stop for the community.
No way. That's legit awesome. Who thought of that?
Some of the students, yeah, and they worked with teachers and parents. The cool part? It's completely free for anyone to take or leave a book.
That's kind of amazing. What a simple idea with a huge impact.
And when did this happen? Just last week during a big community fair.
Where exactly? At the bus stop near Maple Street, right?
And why did they do it? To encourage reading and give people a reason to connect while waiting for the bus.
I love it. Repeat after me. Students created a tiny library at a bus stop to share books and inspire reading.
Students created a tiny library at a bus stop to share books and inspire reading.
Dude, that feels like something out of a movie.
For real. And here's the fun part. They even painted colorful murals around it, so it stands out like a mini art gallery.
Wow, so who did the painting?
The students themselves, with guidance from a local artist.
And what did they paint?
Flowers, books, animals, and even quotes from famous authors.
When did they do the painting?
During the week before the community fair, afternoons and weekends.
Where? Around the bus stop, I guess?
And why? To make it inviting and fun for everyone who passes by.
I love stories like this. They're small, but they make a big difference.
And here's a little interactive challenge. Summarize the story in one sentence using the 5 W's.
Okay, Students and teachers created a tiny library at a bus stop near Maple Street last week, painted murals, and encouraged the community to take or leave books to inspire reading.
Boom. Perfect. Now, let's practice giving opinions. Repeat after me. I think this idea is brilliant because it combines art, reading, and community spirit.
I think this idea is brilliant because it combines art, reading, and community spirit.
Another one. In my opinion, small actions like this can make a city feel warmer and friendlier.
In my opinion, small actions like this can make a city feel warmer and friendlier.
Exactly. And for our listeners, here's a tiny challenge. Try finding a local story in your town and tell it using the 5 W's plus your opinion.
Yeah, imagine how cool it would be to share a story like that with friends, or even your English class.
Totally. And the best part? Practicing like this makes your English sound natural, emotional, and real.
I get you. Plus, it's fun connecting with culture and real-life stories at the same time.
And hey, keep in mind, news is everywhere. Even small local stories like this can teach you tons of vocabulary and expressions.
Yeah, and once you start noticing these stories daily, you'll always have something interesting to talk about in English.
For real. And here's a little motivational tip. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just share, repeat, and practice every day.
Totally. The more you practice, the more confident you get. And before you know it, talking about news feels totally chill.
All right, listeners, if you loved today's stories, hit that subscribe button for more fun English lessons every week.
And drop a comment. What news story surprised you this week? We want to hear from you.
Plus, don't forget to check out another video where we practice real English conversations with fun, unexpected headlines.
Yeah, keep practicing, stay curious, and make every news story a mini adventure in English.
And remember, every story you read is a chance to improve your English, connect with people, and have fun doing it.
Can't wait to see you all in the next video.
You got this. Keep sharing, keep practicing, and keep enjoying English every day.
For real, it's going to be awesome.
All right, let's go grab a coffee and maybe brainstorm tomorrow's news stories.
Sounds perfect.